Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show, Shelf Talk. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and today we're taking you into the Inner Sanctum, which is essentially, well, if I didn't own a Star Wars collection, it would simply be a boiler room. But a boiler room is kind of boring. So this boiler room, and just to give you an idea, I don't want to show it right now. I mean, I'd rather show this in pieces. But a quick story about this. By the way, I had to wait till my boiler shut off to do this. I would normally just shut the boiler off, but it's really, really cold, and it's a really old boiler, and I'm a little nervous that it isn't going to turn back on. So we leave it off. But just before anybody worries, there is a very vast amount of space between the boiler, the furnace, and any Star Wars collecting all together. It has got a nice wide space. But this area that the boiler is in is huge. It's a gigantic room, and it's been used as everything from storage to a workspace for doing carpentry and everything else. So I decided to turn it into a Star Wars collection room, or at least one wing of it. So here we have another part of our collection. There's a lot of mishmash here. Okay, as you know, I don't collect all of one thing. I collect little bits and pieces of everything. So first I'll point out our Hamilton collection plates, which were one of the first things I collected outside of the toys. It was something that came out, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, look at this. They're Hamilton collection plates. Okay, so I can try to get a little close up there. You can see they're hanging on the wall there behind our water softener and whatnot. But we have, you got Luke, actually an Empire Strikes Back one up on the left there. Then you've got just a Luke Skywalker one in general with the other characters behind. Return of the Jedi. I think it's actually supposed to be Empire, Star Wars, and Jedi. Below that, you've got Luke and Yoda, Han Solo in the cantina, Vader and Luke, Snowspeeder, Star Destroyer chasing the Tantive 4, and the AT-ATs. And then there at the bottom is, I think it's a 10th anniversary Star Wars Saga plate. So there's more, but that's essentially the gist of it. Now, over here is another kind of mishmash. If you want to know where I put the Disney figures after I unbox them on the show, if you look up there on the top, there they all are, okay? And you know, these are just temporary places, but give you another little one down here. There's a Jabba figure, a Wampa, droid or Tri-Fighter in the back there. There's a turret playset from the newer line. A stormtrooper looking like he's about to fall off his dewback. And this is actually that Vader. It's a kind of a transforming Vader from Japan. Okay, so, and then below there we have the clawfish, or not the clawfish, the Opie fish. We have an Obi-Wan figure. We have some of those helmets, and even a paper cutout. So there's a lot of mishmash of things that we have there. Not enough of the collection for me to place it any one, to create one thing. So I just kind of create thing. I do want to point this out. This is obviously not Star Wars related. This is simply a stereo. And why do I have a stereo in here? Well, this was our old stereo set that we had in our house long before there was Bluetooth and Apple Music and everything, and Spotify and all the other things that have kind of taken over. So this has a 6 CD changer. So I just use this to play whatever Star Wars music hits me. I have no idea what's coming up now. Okay, apparently it's Star Wars. Big surprise. So there you go. I'm going to lower this because if this music is too loud, it's going to interfere with the release of this video. You can also see next to it, this is where I placed all of our Target 2-pack glass figure things. They stack very nicely. Okay, we've got a I think it's one of the ships that was chasing with Count Dooku. There's a lot of random stuff. I do want to point out this one down here on the bottom here. This next shelf down. I'm really proud of this shelf. This shelf is just showing the average person what amazing stuff has come out over the years. What oddball stuff that we've had over the years. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, I don't know if you can pick out some of them. There's a Star Wars Viewmaster, a newer one. There's a Magic Bubbles, Darth Vader. There's some pins that have come out from Star Wars Celebration. Sorry for the lighting, it's a little dark. Okay. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can improve the light here. Let me lower this a little bit. Okay, and now let's see if I can get a little bit more light. Yeah, just a little bit better there. All right, there we go. So what else we got? Well, we got some figures from Mexico here, the little stand-up figures. There's some art in the back. There's some in the back there. Return of the Jedi pendants that came out. There's a giant Pez dispenser. Some of the stuff is new. Some of the stuff come out. Here's a set of 3D glasses that were essentially from when Episode 1 came out in 3D a few years back. One of my favorite things, the Star Wars alarm clock, talking alarm clock from 1978. So not something you had. Another unusual thing, this box is actually a Darth Vader. I don't know if you can make it out here. See if you can see this. Yeah, this is a Darth Vader chocolate mold. It's like basically instead of, some people gave chocolate bunny rabbits for Easter, I received a chocolate Darth Vader mold. So there you go. Empire Strikes Back jewelry, coaster set. So lots of different stuff. I mean, again, none of this is like, I would say, breaking the bank valuable, but you know, just something that's such unusual. Pez dispenser, little ones. Here's one of my attempts at painting. One of those little Star Wars paint statues. There's Han. I did 3. Here's another one. Here's Luke on a tauntaun. Remember, I was about 10, so be kind. Okay. You know, it was kind of fun. And one of my personal favorites, there's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! Anyway, all right. A Target gift card that was actually light up. I don't think it works anymore. I think the battery's gone dead, but that was actually a gift card. There's a heart, a Stormtrooper Valentine heart. Some coins. I think these coins, I'm not exactly sure what these coins are, to be honest with you. They might have been from another country. Some more coasters. Lots of cool stuff. Okay, and below that, see if I can just lower my thing a little bit so you can get a better view of it. Okay. Below that, this will be the last thing we do because the rest of the stuff is, well, we're going to do like a floor talk because I have so many things that are on the floor in a later episode. But this is actually a series of 6 small packs of figures that came out. The Jedi Council, when you put them together, you actually got the Jedi Council. And I think a friend of mine decided to play a joke on me and decided to put a raptor in the middle eating one of the, a Conja Club or one of those. So I kind of liked it, so I left it there. In the way in the back there's one of those new Luke Skywalker figures in the tubes that came out from that. And of course, my collection of, well, one always has to have a BB-8 oven mitt, along with a BB-8. I don't think this will work anymore, but we try it. Yeah, a little fan, cool. A couple of cool little odds and ends. And then, of course, the popcorn buckets. We've had a ton of popcorn buckets come out for movie releases. It's been really, really cool. So, let me just... and then, I should get you to the very top here. Let me crank this up. Woo, going up. Top floor. Random Lego pieces. I can't even see it. It's too high. There we go. There's the Naboo Royal Starship. Really cool piece that came out from Episode 1. Okay, along with some Legos. There's Empty's Nest. This droid fighter, Vulture fighter, actually came with the Royal Starship and actually resulted in allowing it to have some pieces of it blow up and pop off and things of that nature. So, as you can see, there is a lot here, and everything tells a story. Okay, and what's really cool is that as long as I've been collecting, I actually remember a lot of when these things were purchased, the story behind a lot of them. I don't know if that'll always be the case, but it is so far. So that'll do it for this week's episode of Shelf Talk. Lots of other shelves to go through, and more episodes coming. There's a lot of stuff coming in the mail for unboxing, so looking forward to that. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Make sure you check out all my other videos on YouTube. Darth Tuba is also available on Instagram and Twitter. Darth Tuba. as well as Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. You can also leave comments or email me, darthtuba77@gmail.com, if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.